Today I'm going to be talking on this topic, jumpstarting your business dream, a step-by-step guide to turning your vision into reality. And this is part 1 to 3 of 6, so there's 6 parts, it's quite long, but parts 1 to 3 will kind of give you that foundational aspect of it that you can use to, take on to the next level. And if you want to know parts 3 to 6, just let me know. I could send you the presentation afterwards. But yeah, this is by me. So you might be wondering, Zion, who the heck is Zion? I've never heard of this Donny before, this random guy that just comes to my university. So I'm Zion Khaled. I studied at the University of Portsmouth, did economics and management. I graduated last year. Don't ask me my grade, because it's long. I started a website called wizlaw.com. Wizlaw.com, I'll talk about it later on, but it's basically a tool and a site for entrepreneurs such as yourself. It started as a hub where where you could go and learn about anything to do with starting your business from scratch. So whether it's marketing, or you want to know how to register your business, things like that, right? And it's kind of grown from there. So I've spoken at various universities, including Bath, Bristol, Brunel, other universities as well. Been on a few podcasts, and I'm trying to create the home of entrepreneurs. Don't ask me what that looks like just yet. We'll get there when we get there, but it's something that I'm passionate about. I love small business. I love freelancers. I love people who are just starting out in business, because I know that that's the backbone of the UK economy. Without small business, the UK economy would crash, right? The majority of business in the UK is small, which means they have, 0 to only 1 employee, right? So small business is more important than you think, and I have a serious passion for that, and that's why I want to create the home of entrepreneurs. But anyways, I digress. Hopefully that's kind of give you a little bit about me. I want to start with this quote. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. First of all, has anyone ever heard of that quote? You've heard of it? Wow, you guys are good. Damn, I thought I got you guys. So Angel, do you know who it's by? Can't remember. Does anyone know? If you get it, I'll give you £100,000. No, I'm joking, but anyone know? Okay, cool. It's by if I give you a clue, one of the presidents of the United States.
George W. Bush?
No, nah. Too recent.
Washington. Donald Trump.
Too late. Donald Trump.
Lincoln.
Well done, Aisha. It's Abraham Lincoln. And before I go on, I want you guys to kind of give me because I don't want to just talk at you for the whole, I've got an hour, right?
You have
2. Oh, got 2 hours, great. So I don't want to just talk at you for 2 hours. So I kind of want you guys to, maybe interact a little bit. Tell me what this quote means to you, or what you think, what comes to your head when you first hear this quote. Yes, Taban.
Before you actually accomplish your task, you should spend most of your time planning the steps.
Planning the steps to get to actually do the task. Cool. I like that. Anybody else? Yes, Matthew.
Be a complex step. You'll need to break it down.
Break it down. Perfect. I like that. Aisha.
You have to have the best tools possible to do the task.
You have to have the best tools possible to do the task. Why did you say that? I agree with you, but just give me.
You have to spend it sharpening it.
Exactly. So if the axe isn't sharp enough, then there's no point. So it has to be the best tool. Cool. Anyone else? Angel?
I look at this kind of like a point of view from your mindset and mentality.
Okay.
So if you've got enough knowledge and understanding around the subject, then you'll be able to tackle it in less time.
Like that. I like that how you took it from the literal sense to, again, a mindset thing of, listen, I need to be prepared before I actually go and tackle what I need to tackle. Okay, cool. I like your thinking. I like your, analysis. We've got some good business analysts here. But bear this quote in mind. That's all I say. Just keep this quote in mind as I'm going through the presentation. Cool. So part 1, I'm calling it skills, capital, and time. And there's a reason I'm calling it that. So, entrepreneurship requires both great ideas and strong execution skills. Yet many entrepreneurs struggle with the latter. So what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that a lot of entrepreneurs have great ideas, right? Like, I've heard so many ideas from so many entrepreneurs. You wouldn't believe the amount of, I get DMs from people saying, Zan, I've got this idea and I've got this idea. However, if entrepreneurship was great ideas, then we would all be rich, because I believe everyone has the ability to come up with a good idea, right? I mean, and you've probably come up with great ideas. However, that's not all entrepreneurship is. Entrepreneurship, actually, the most important part is the execution, right? You need strong execution skills. But I believe that entrepreneurships are really good at the first part, but they're really crap at the last part. They don't know how to execute. Or, not that they're really crap, they don't know what to do to execute. You know? How many of you have had an idea and you're like, how do I even start this? Not even how do I make money from it, how do I, start this idea? Has anyone ever had that kind of feeling? Yeah? Cool. And have you ever given up on that idea, or kind of pushed it aside because you said to yourself, I just can't find the pathway to actually starting it? Yeah? Okay, cool. And this is the problem. Entrepreneurs, again, the ideas come flowing. Like, does anyone know what Evernote is? It's like Notion, right? It's just a note-taking thing. I literally have a note called Crazy Ideas, where I just, an idea will just come to me and I'll write it down. But the problem is, I can have a million crazy ideas, but if I can't execute them, then they'll just stay as ideas. There's this one quote that I love. It's that the grave is the richest part of the earth. Have you ever heard that? I'm butchering the quote. But it's that the grave is the richest part of the earth. And why is it? It's because people go to the grave with their ideas. A lot of people in this life have lived, they've had ideas, they never executed it, or they executed it poorly. It could have changed the world for better, but they died with it, right? So that's where that quote comes from. So I've actually identified that there's 3 reasons why you may not be able to execute. And it's these 3: skills, capital, time. Skills, capital, time, right? Before I dwell into it, someone take me through it. Someone take me through skills. Like, why is skills, why may skills be a barrier in you executing your great business idea? Anyone?
It could be like soft skills. So
Okay.
if you're not a good communicator,
Okay.
that could be a barrier.
That could be a barrier. Of course. Anyone else? Yes, Will?
I was going to say, if there's something very specific you need to be able to do, let's say technology-wise, for
Right.
example, and you don't know how to work your way around that,
Right.
that'd be a problem.
Good. I like that. Tabang, you were going to say something?
If you lack certain skills, then you
Yeah.
can't achieve it.
Can't achieve it. Cool. What about capital?
You need money.
You need that dollar. Unfortunately, you need some dollar, What's that saying? Oh, to make money, you need money, unfortunately. So it's like this fat catch-22 that, I can make money, however, I need some money to start off with, but it's the starting off money that I don't have. But you'd be surprised, there's a lot of businesses you can start, but generally you do need some kind of cash to start a business. And then, but why might that be a barrier for execution? Because like I've just said, you can actually start businesses with, little to no cash. But like I said, you need both great ideas and strong execution skills. So why might that be a barrier? Angel, yeah.
I think it depends on the business. So
Right.
if it's a skill-based business where you need tools, you need
Yeah.
capital,
Exactly.
Websites cost money,
Mhm.
equipment costs money.
Mm-hmm.
And so
No, you're right. You're literally right, because I can, if my idea is some, fat website that it needs so many functionalities, I'm going to need a lot of capital, and I can start a website for free, with some free hosting websites. However, strong execution is important. So capital could be a barrier. Time. What do I mean by time? Why is time a, kind of a barrier when it comes to executing? What do we think?
You need a time frame to set your objectives to, and when you have to have achieved those objectives.
Okay, so like planning out. Okay, cool. I can see you're thinking about the quote. Yeah?
Sometimes if people have a task that they can see is going to take a long time, instead of getting on with it, they procrastinate on it,
Okay.
and it's kind of like a barrier.
Cool. Yes. Anyone else? Topeka?
It is time consuming, and you need a good business plan, and you can't just rush things.
Yeah.
You need like a good 6 months
Right.
to ensure that it works out.
And I think that's it. Literally, business takes time. It takes effort. If you're serious about business, you are going to want to invest your time into it. It's not something that you can just do. You can make money on the side while, working. But if it's something that you say, I want to do this full time because I believe in this, you're going to have to invest a lot of time into it, right? So well done, guys. So like I've said here, your exceptional idea may be beyond your reach due to a deficiency in the necessary technical skills to execute it. Like we were saying, if there's technical things that you need to be able to do for that business to work, and if you can't do it, then of course the execution is not going to be great. Secondly, you may possess the skills, however, financial limitations could prevent you from investing in your brilliant idea. And third, you might actually have the skills and you might actually have money. But the thing is, the amount of time that you can, you have to consider the amount of time that you can realistically commit to executing on your grand idea. Okay? So well done, guys. So, based off of that, it's important to evaluate your skills, capital, and time in proportion to the business idea that you have. I'll tell you a quick story. Somebody DM'd me and they said, Zion, I want to start this Wi-Fi, right? So he comes from an African country, and obviously the infrastructure is kind of poor there in terms of Wi-Fi. And he said to me, I want to, provide Wi-Fi on a large scale to customers. And I said to him, look, that's a great idea, first of all. Like, again, he's got a great idea, and it's definitely something that's needed, right? But I said to him, do you know what's needed to execute something like that? Because does anyone know actually how Wi-Fi works in the UK? Like, how, does anyone know? Can you tell me what you know, Will?
In terms of, what do you mean, just like on a broad scale?
Like, on a broad scale, like how does, Wi-Fi work?
Well, there'll be a big computer called,
Yeah.
I can't remember, a server or something
Yeah.
like that. And then computers will connect to it.
Uh-huh.
And then they retrieve and send information.
And then,
So,
yeah.
and that's how they communicate with other computers as well.
Exactly. But there's one component that you're missing, one part you're missing, is that there has to be lots and lots of wire laid down. Like throughout the country, you guys have heard of BT, right? BT, it used to be a national, like it was owned by the government, right? That's why it used to be called British Telecoms, right? It was owned by the British government, and the way Wi-Fi was created, they laid down hundreds and hundreds of kilometers of wire throughout the whole of the UK. So you guys have heard of Ethernet cables and things like that. They laid down the whole wire throughout the whole of UK. Now that's a scale task. That's not an easy task, right? And the UK is actually quite small. Now imagine you say you want to go do it in somewhere like South Africa that's massive. You want to go provide Wi-Fi. You're going to have to lay down the wires. If it's not already there, you're going to have to do stuff like that. So I asked him. I said, is it something that you can realistically do, or is it something that you can actually start? And then came the thoughts, and I felt bad because I felt like I was discouraging him, and I never want to discourage him. But I said there's other ways that you can do it, right? But the point of the story is you have to be able to evaluate your skills, your capital, and your time in proportion to the big business idea that you have. So you are here. You're literally here. This is you at the beginning, right? And your dream business idea and your ability to execute is over here, right? In the middle is the journey, the learnings, the failings, and the experiences that will help you build your SCT so that you can execute well on your dream business idea. So you're here, right? And again, you might have certain skills, you might have a certain amount of money, you might have the time. However, relative to your business idea, right? Because I hope that we dream big when we come up with business ideas, right? That we say, look, I want to do something that's amazing. If you're not, I don't think you're dreaming big enough, to be honest. If you're not really thinking, how can I change the world for the better? Not just how can I make money or how can I provide for my family? How can I honestly improve society that I'm living in, right? However, your SCT, you're here. That idea, your ability to execute is over here. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on where your mindset is set, like Angel was saying, you're going to have to go through this journey. You're going to have to go through the journey, the learnings, the failings, and the experiences that will help you build your SCT so that you can actually execute well on your dream business idea. Okay? Cool. Don't get it twisted. Because people like to, say, Zion, what are you saying? This is what I'm not saying. I'm not saying you need to be the perfect entrepreneur with a lot of money, with a lot of skills, and with a lot of time to be able to execute on your great business idea. I'm not saying that, right? What I am saying is that to enhance your chances of success in executing that big business idea, it's important to invest time in developing your SCT. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Right? I'm not saying you have to be, have, billions of pounds and be as technically smart as Mark Zuckerberg and, have lots of time on your hand. I'm just saying it's something to bear in mind, that you have to enhance and develop it. You have to invest time in developing your SCT to increase your chances of being successful.